Hi, everybody. Meteorologist Joe Cioffi, weather in 5 days in 5 minutes, brought to you by Omni True Value Hardware, your superstore for everything you need to keep your home safe and clean from winter's effects. And they've got snow blowers there in case you do need a snow blower. And when you buy a snow blower, everybody says that's a sure sign that it'll never snow again. And obviously, it doesn't quite work that way. Spreaders, shovels, the really good, great snow and ice melt products out there like Pellido and Mag Ice Pellets and Flakes, plenty in stock and at the lowest prices in the tri-state area, and tons of rock salt. So if you're a contractor, if you're in the snow removal business and you need rock salt, Omni True Value Hardware is the place for you to go. 1226 North Wellwood Avenue in West Babylon, New York, on Long Island, 631-756-1125, and the website is omnitruevalue.com. So the coldest air of the season is here, and we're in the 20s today for the most part across southern New Jersey and down into southernmost Pennsylvania and into Maryland. It's a little bit warmer. As you head to the north, the temperatures are trending a little cooler down into the lower and middle 20s, but we're not seeing temperatures going anywhere this afternoon as cold air continues to move in on northwest winds, and tonight will be the first of two very, very cold nights. By morning, lows will be across southern areas, northern Virginia to Maryland, southern New Jersey, and southern Pennsylvania, mostly low and middle teens. You start to head up further to the north, you're seeing lower teens to around 10 across areas from Long Island to New York City, back over into Pennsylvania, north of Allentown, and then the numbers go into the single digits from there in northeastern Pennsylvania, the Hudson Valley, particularly north of 84, and in Connecticut. And remember, a lot of these areas to the north have a lot of snow cover on the ground and some ice cover too. And you're going to see below normal temperatures when you get further north up the Hudson Valley, as well as up into central New England, as lows will be in the minus single digits. And then for tomorrow, as far as daytime highs are concerned, it's going to be a real struggle, low 20s at best in southern areas and upper teens at best across northern Pennsylvania to New York City and Long Island, and points northward into southern and central New England. In fact, you go even further up into central New England, you're looking at temperatures that may not get above 10. And then we'll do it one more time Tuesday night into Wednesday morning, which I think will be the coldest morning. And we'll be watching to see if the winds drop off, because that will be an important factor. It might allow some of the cold spots to go much lower than what's being indicated right now. So single digits to around 10 in many locations. And in the warmest areas, southern PA on southward, we're looking at temperatures mostly down in the low teens. And after that, we're going to see temperatures bounce up as we head into Wednesday and Thursday and beyond. So taking a look here at the satellite today, you've got lake effect snows going on in upstate New York as we've got an upper trough that is swinging southward. It's going to weaken by the time it reaches the coastline, so I think the snow showers will be long gone before that upper trough gets here during tonight. But that actually brings in that reinforcing shot of even colder air for tomorrow morning and Tuesday. And you can see the old front from yesterday, the old Arctic boundary, is now well offshore. As far as radar is concerned, we're looking at just the lake effect snows here in upstate New York that are continuing. It loves to jump over to the West Coast. I don't know why, but you're seeing lake effect snows in upstate New York, particularly on the eastern shores of Lake Ontario, so north of Syracuse on up to Watertown, and in those areas there, getting pounded with heavy snow squalls coming in off the lakes, and lighter snow showers and snow squalls everywhere else, and really not too much. A little bit of ocean effect going on. You see off the south shore of Long Island, and also off the coast of Rhode Island and in and around the Cape, and even into central New Jersey, a little bit of very light snow shower activity going on there. So let's run you through the rest of the week and see where this is all going to take us. We have a very, very complex and chaotic weather pattern that is setting up here for the next 2 weeks or so. So expect a lot of volatility, and try not to forecast shop. Try not to pay attention to weather maps that show up in your news feeds that show grandiose snowstorms that have a 99.99 chance of not happening. Just try and remember that if you don't hear it or see it here, it's not relevant in my view. If I start talking about it, then it becomes something that you should pay attention to. And if I really start talking about it hard, then you really need to strongly pay attention to it. So our cold air is here in the east. We're going to bounce up as the core of the cold air moves out on Wednesday. Then we're going to see the first of what I think will be 3 storms that will develop. Now, the first one I'm pretty sure of. Low pressure forms east of Florida. It's going to become a major storm as it moves up the coast, deepens rapidly. This is probably going to be a sizable snowstorm for parts of New Brunswick and maybe western Nova Scotia, and points north and east. Gets very, very strong. It pulls down another round of colder air, not quite as cold as what we're seeing now, but there's a big high that's going to be building up in eastern Canada. So with that storm out to the east, we're going to funnel down cold air again as we move into late Thursday and particularly Friday into the weekend. Then we have another system dropping down from the northwest. That one, at least from in the world of the GFS, and this was what the European showed last night, drops it way to the south down in the Gulf states and brings snow to parts of Tennessee, Kentucky, North Carolina, South Carolina, and northern Georgia for later Saturday night into early Sunday. Then that low is going to be suppressed. So this is now Sunday evening, the 16th. The GFS suppresses this low and then brings new energy down right behind it for Tuesday of next week. And in this one, it's further north. Now, I would just caution that in the chaotic state that the upper air pattern is in, because we have this sort of blocky pattern showing up, the NAO, the famous North Atlantic Oscillation, is going negative. It's crashing at the end of this week because of the storm that's developing offshore, that there are going to be lots of model adjustments and changes in the coming days, and from run to run, things are going to look very different. So just bear that in mind. I think the best way to look at this is that overall, we're in a cold, wintry pattern. It is dynamic. That, in other words, there's potential here for some systems to develop and impact us with winter weather. On the other hand, even though it is dynamic, what we don't know is where those storms are going to form and where they're going to wind up. And it is entirely possible that we could have so much cold air around that everything winds up getting suppressed to the south. So just bear that in mind. There's nothing here that we see that we would regard as imminent. And I think that's the way to approach these things. Until I start talking about it seriously, don't worry about it and try not to forecast shop. But do your winter shopping to get your salt and your sand and your Pelledo and your Mag Ice pellets and flakes and maybe a new shovel or a new snowblower at Omni True Value Hardware at 1226 North Wellwood Avenue in West Babylon, New York. 6317561125 is the telephone number there, and the website is omnitruevalue.com. So while we are setting up to look at some of the rest of the models that'll be coming in later today, like the Canadian model and the European and a few others, we want to remind you that the Joe and Joe Weather Show is going to be on tonight at 7:30 Eastern Time. So do tune in, because by then we will have seen everything as far as the models are concerned today. And maybe we'll be able to give you a more definitive view about what's going to happen in the next couple of weeks. Or more than likely, I think we're going to still be in a bit of limbo land. So check in at 7:30 on my YouTube channel, Joe Cioffi. And if you subscribe to my YouTube channel with your Gmail account, by the way, you will get notifications, because we do the show 5 days a week. And on Sundays, our show is actually at 11 a.m. Eastern Time, a nice Sunday morning show to have some coffee and breakfast with us. So mark it down, 7:30 Eastern Time tonight. And I will have a Weather in 10 video for Patreon members on my subscription platform, patreon.com/meteorologist Joe Cioffi, once the European is done, and then we could go through the longer range in detail to see if we can figure out what's going to be happening around here. Have a great day.